Hello everyone, I hope you all are fine. So today is the first class of computer class of class 5. Today we are going to start the first chapter of computer. So what is the name of the chapter? Characteristics of computer. So before I start this chapter, you must open your chapter and see. So in this chapter you are going to study some of the important terms. First, in this what is computer system? A computer system is one that consists all the peripheral devices. What is the meaning of peripheral devices? In computer, we are using lot of devices. Suppose speakers, then plug boards. These are the things. Example wise, these are things are called as peripheral devices. Software means which is inside the computer. Softwares. CPU, central processing unit, and memory devices means like RAM and ROM. It is capable of performing various tasks. Now we are going to study some beautiful important terms of the computer. What are they? First terms. Little bit you wait. Terms. Program. Number two. Software. Number three. Hardware. Number four. Peripheral devices. So these terms will speak about these terms. What do you understand by programs? Programs is a set of instruction is called programs. A set of instructions is called programs. A set of instructions is called programs. Now software. What do you understand by software? Software means a set of one or more programs is called software. A set of one or more programs is called software. Number three, what is number three? Hardware. What do you understand by hardware? The physical components. The physical components of computer is collectively called collectively called collectively we are mentioning because lot of hardwares, there is only not a single hardware we are using, many hardwares we can use like mouse, keyboard. These are the hardwares. Now what is peripheral devices? Before the start of the chapter only I make you understand that what is hardwares. Peripheral devices, sorry, peripheral devices are a computer system refers to a collectively called computer system. But when you are using such devices, like what are they? Peripheral devices, like these devices we are using, like printers, speakers, keyboards. These things are all we are using through in computer. So collectively you can say that these are the peripheral devices which you are using in computers. So these are known as peripheral devices. Now the next part is going to the 4 operations of computer system. 4 operations of computer system. Now, what is the 4 operations of computer system? The 4 operations are, I am drawing little bit. This is called input. This is process. This is output. This is storage. Now, this is connectively called they are connected. Again coming this through this one. So first we are going through input to process, process to output, output again it is coming to input, then process to storage also it is going on. Now here this is known as IPO cycle. Now what is this meaning of IPO cycle? Input, process, output cycle. Then IPO, input, process, output cycle. So these things are very important. Now these are the 4 terms we can use here. What are terms? Terms are first input, second processing. This is called processing. Processing. Number 3 is storage. Number 4. Now these three collectively called input, process and storage. Now number 4 is output. But here 2 things are there. Number 1, RAM. Now we all know what is RAM. Random access memory. And number 2 is ROM. So these are primary memory. Primary memory means we can say that main important. Primary memory. Now here another part will go. This is called secondary memory. Secondary what are they? Number 1, CD-ROM. CD-ROM. Number 2, what are they? Number 2 is DVD. Number 3, pen drive. So etc. So these are the thing we have to study. Now first part is input, process, storage and output. And in this storage there are 2 parts, primary and secondary. Primary is RAM and ROM. Secondary is CD-ROM, DVD and pen drive. Now these things we have to see for the other part. Now what is called RAM? Random access memory. It is a type of memory which is available to use for programs and process when the computer is on. So this is RAM. What is RAM? It is a type of memory which is available to use for programs and process when the computer is on. Now what is ROM? ROM is this type of memory is non-volatile in nature. What is a non-volatile and does not require any process source to retain data. It is a non-volatile in nature, is a volatile in nature, we can say. And it does not require any power source to retain data. Understand? Clear? What is input? Input, we know that input is supplied in the computer with the use of keyboard, a mouse and a microphone. and other input devices. What is processing? Processing is done inside the computer in the central processing unit, CPU, central processing unit. Processing is the conversion of the input into the output. Now, output, what is output? Output is a result produced by a computer. Output may be viewed on a monitor screen. Output may be viewed on a monitor screen, heard through speakers, printed through printer on papers, or stored in the memory for later use. We can say that it can be used for the later use. So these things are very important. So we have to study these things, then it will be easy to understand this chapter. So these things you can understand easily. So this thing, if you can understand, then it will be easy to understand this chapter. So first you memorize this thing. This thing, if you can memorize this thing, IPO cycle, this thing is very important. So if both of this very interrelated. So these two things you memorize, it will be easy to discuss in the next class also. So that if you understand the thing nicely, then it will be easy for me to also to make you understand in the second class. So this is the first class. So in second class we will continue the next chapter again. But before that, I must tell you that you must memorize these terms. It is very important. Now I'll go for the homework. Okay. So this is our page number 1. You will see here H for hardware and S for software. One box is there. It is there. Things to remember. So this one you complete. Number 2, write the question. What is define program? Number 3, define software. Number 4, write the difference between RAM and ROM. Number 5, write the difference between input and output. So this will. So oh, sorry, one more thing. This is input and not output. You don't do. This is you got hardware and software. Hardware and software. So this will be your homework. Okay, thank you very much. So I hope that you will complete your homework, and in next class we'll continue the chapter. Thank you very much.